Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Exploring the EALAverse, a deep dive into the Educating All Learners Alliance. Today, we are going to be talking about how you can make the most out of EALA's tech tool library. But before we get into that, I just want to give a little background on what Educating All Learners Alliance, or EALA, is. EALA started in March of 2020 to be a support to educators and parents and caregivers alike who are supporting students with learning differences or disabilities. So EALA came together with several other nonprofit organizations to provide resources and tools to support those folks during that time. And over time, as the population's needs changed, so have EALA. So we are now a coalition of over 140 organizations. We primarily focus on research sharing and also our different initiatives that we have nationwide. We have a few different initiatives where we bring educators together and support leadership building and funding of projects. So if you are interested in learning more about that, you can explore a little bit on our website. And also, we will have a webinar coming out on our initiatives. That will be episode 3. So anyway, that is just a little bit about EALA. Today, we have over 1,000 different resources in our resource library and over 120 tech tools in our tech tool library. Who am I? I am your presenter for today. My name is Jackie Keenan. I am the content lead at EALA, and my email is jackiekeenan@innovateedunyc.org if you need to get in touch with me after this presentation. So, as I mentioned before, we are going to do a deep dive into our tech tool library. This is a little graphic of what it looks like when you first click into it. If you'd like to follow along with me in real time, you can go over to our website, educatingalllearners.org, and you can follow along with me as I take you through our tour. So I am on our homepage, and I am going to toggle over to resources and go down to the second resource, our tech tool library. Okay, so as you can see, we have a statement here kind of talking a little bit about what the tools are and how we curate our library. So you might notice as you scroll through, there are some familiar brands and companies, and then there might be some that are new to you. When we curate our tools in our tech library, there's 2 questions that we ask ourselves. The first question is there an accessibility statement? Is this product following the web accessibility guidelines? Or does it have a voluntary product accessibility template, a VPAT? So those are the 2 starters. We want to make sure that the tools that we are showcasing are accessible. The other question that we're asking ourselves is, can this have a home in an educational community? So not necessarily, is this a tool that a student is going to be using, or is this a tool a teacher is going to be using, but is this tool in some way fostering education? So as we go through, you'll notice that there are, the tools are categorized by alphabetical order. And then when you click into the tools, you'll also notice they're categorized by, who is the tool for. So this is a student tool. This is something that students can access on their own and can implement themselves. We also have certain tools that are teacher facing. So Class Dojo, this is something that the teacher is going to use. Yes, the students can go onto the website, but it's not really something that they're going to need to utilize to be successful. So we have several different types of tools. Another one, Clusive, another student tool. And then actually I'm going to click back into Clusive because this one has 2 buttons underneath. So if you click on Go to Tech Tool, you will see immediately it is linked to the accessibility statement stating everything throughout their website that is accessible. If we go back to the tool and we click on more accessibility info, this is going to give us a specific description on how the tool Clusive is an inclusive, accessible product. And that is true for all of our tools. Any tool you click on, will be linked to an accessibility statement. So that is a really big, standard that we have for the tools that we put into our library. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, you guys have a lot of tools, but this one's not there, that one's not there, and they are tools that foster accessibility. Why don't you have them? There are tools out there that do foster accessibility. However, they do not have an accessibility statement, and those are imperative for posting them onto our website. So sometimes you might, if you are running one of those websites, you might get an email from me saying, do you have an accessibility statement somewhere on your website that I haven't found, or are you in the process of developing one? We are offering actually an accessibility course. So if you are interested in that, you can sign up for our newsletter. I will show you how to do that later on, and you can stay in the know with what's going on with our accessibility course if you are a developer that is interested in making that, transition over to the accessibility world. So so this is a deeper dive into our tech tool library. You can search. So if you are interested in, say, math, you're a teacher or a parent or even a student, there are different tools. So Adventure Academy is an online game for students. So this would be a great one for a parent if they're looking for something for their child to do when they get home from school. They don't have any homework or they want some enrichment. And then there are also products. Let me just enter that in again. And then there are also products like Eureka Math, which this is something that would be more of a tool that maybe a teacher would take this to their superintendent or, director of math and say, hey, this product is very accessible. I think it would be a good fit for next year. Lately, a lot more districts are moving towards accessible curriculum. So our tech tool library is a great place to start if you are unsure of the different accessible curriculums that are out there. If you have a tool that you'd like to submit that's not in our tech tool library, you can go to Submit Tool, and you would just fill out, what is the name of the product, link the accessibility statement. I showed you earlier that we have all of the accessibility statements linked to the tools. And then if there are any additionals, like I showed you for the Inclusive, if there's articles or anything like that that further explain the accessibility, you can link that. And then if there are any product badges, you can select those as well. And then also something that we also do is look through the EdSurge product index and also the Common Sense EdTech reviews. If they are featured on those, you would just select that. If they're not, then you click none. So if you are interested in submitting a tool, you can just fill that out, or you can send me an email as well. But that about wraps it up. Thank you all so much for joining today. If you'd like to stay in touch with us in other ways than our newsletter, you can follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter at educateall_org. You can visit our website to stay updated on everything that we are posting at educatingalllearners.org. And if you'd like to share a resource via email, you can share one at resources@educatingalllearners.org. It was so nice to take this time to walk through the library with you today. If you have any questions at all and you'd like to get in touch with me, my email is jackie@innovateedunyc.org. Once again, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.